Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another book club show on Friday. Welcome, out and proud business owners. My name is Stefan de Vreese. I'm the founder of Technology. And today is Friday, almost weekend, almost a little bit more time to read a book. And that's what we are doing here as well. We are going to read a little bit in a book that I love right now because our focus in the month of September is email marketing, is how to be effective in email marketing and creating email marketing that doesn't suck. And that is also exactly the name of the book. If you're watching live and you have any questions about the book, about what I'm talking about, put it in comments. Shout out to anybody that's watching here. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching the recording, put a hashtag replay and also tell us where you're watching from. Tell us also which book you are reading right now. This is a book club. So, this is all about showing books, reading books, and sharing the experiences that we have with these books and how impactful they can be for our business. So, today I want to share a really amazing book that I have been, I wouldn't say devouring, but also it's binging in a way, but it's also practical binging. Actually, that should be a word almost. Practical binging, meaning I'm reading through the book and at the same time I'm implementing the stuff that I'm reading in the book. Because we're talking about email marketing and I am updating our email marketing for technology because it's such an important piece of the marketing stack. Email marketing. We have an email list, but we're not really doing anything with it. Not yet. And I need to update that because it's just crazy if you think about it. If you have an email list, it's an email list that you own. So they are your contacts that you are able to send some information to. So we should take advantage of that and we should not wait until tomorrow to do something with it. So this book that I will be talking about is called Email Marketing That Doesn't Suck. And it's one that I discovered on a podcast, honestly. And I'm going to share the Kindle version right here. It's a book that I discovered through a podcast. I'm not sure which one anymore, but they were talking about how email marketing was really, really important. And this book talks all about that. That's what this book is talking about. Now, email marketing that doesn't suck, meaning how to write emails that subscribers will open, will want to read. That's what it's about. Because, I mean, if you've been subscribed to any of the email list from your competitors or from potential services that you want to buy, products, then you get a massive amount of emails. And if you think about which emails do you actually open, then probably there will be the emails that are actually fun to read, that are actually more than just spamming you with a lot of information about their products. Because that's what we tend to do. We tend to just blast out emails and we think we need to put out a newsletter every week that talks about what we have. That's part of it, let's say. That's part of it, but that should not be the only thing that we do. Because if this is about marketing, so what I have learned across these couple of months and years is that people need to know, like, trust you before they actually take action and before they really want to step into what you're doing. They want to buy from you. So to create that know, like, trust factor with your potential customers, with your ideal customers, they need to know you first. They need to trust you. They need to like you. How do you go about that in your marketing? And if you read about marketing, if you study marketing, it's about presenting yourself online, for example, by creating these kind of videos so people know who you are. They can see you, that you're a real person. They can understand your personality. So if they relate with you, if they relate with how you do things, then they might start liking you. They start to know you, who you are. Will they trust you? That's another thing. So you need to keep presenting information, expertise, testimonials, all of these things, so people start to trust you as well. Now, if we translate that into email marketing, we need to do the same thing into email marketing. It's actually an extra touch point that we create to leverage. We leverage the email marketing piece to create another touch point to create the know, like, trust factor. Because if we show up online, there's no way that we know that they will have seen what we did, right? If I create this video, I do not know who will have seen it. I mean, I know the numbers, but at the same time, I don't really know, right? And that's the point. I need to make sure that I show up as much as I can in front of my ideal customer. So if I can do that also with email marketing, then I should take advantage of that. And I should not wait until tomorrow to do that. But you have to show up in a way that they know, like, trust you. And it's not just about spamming your products, spamming your offers. How can you make people get to know you through email marketing? How can you get people to like you through email marketing? And how can you get them to trust you through email marketing? If you know that answer, if you think about it and you make it a strategic plan to get to that point that they know, like, trust you, also through the emails that you're sending, then you're on your way. And this book helps tremendously with creating emails that do just that make people know, like, trust you. This person, so Bobby Klink, he came from he's a lawyer, so he came from a completely different side. And along the way, he started to learn and to use email marketing. And now he's doing a lot, like he's selling a lot of his products through email marketing. And this is his book as well. And the concepts in this book are really good because they talk about more than just the general stuff, right? That's important because everybody is doing the same thing, right? Everybody is doing the same thing, but how do you stand out? How do you make sure that your audience actually opens the emails, right? And this book, you should get this book, honestly, really, you should get this book. It's called Email Marketing That Doesn't Suck, right, from Bobby Klink. And I'll just show you one example of how helpful and practical this book is. I was going through this chapter here, making a good impression with a catch email. One of the things that he mentioned is that the first email you send a new subscriber is very important. If that email sucks, chances are that your audience won't be sticking around. So make sure that your first email is on point. And if I then, and this really made me think about my first email that I sent out when people sign up for a lead magnet, for example. And it's not a pretty sight because I do exactly what he describes here. He describes it with this: when people get a bad first impression of your email, whether it's that you're boring or just writing the same old, you're sending the message that you aren't someone who is worth listening to. So if you're sending out an email, an automated email, after they have signed up for your freebie, and you're not doing a great job with that first email for a new subscriber to catch their attention, to really show who you are, that they can relate with you, that they can like you, that they can know you, that they can trust you, you're making a mistake, because the next time that you send an email and they feel like it's going to be boring again, they will not open it, right? Or they will unsubscribe as well. So make sure that your first email is on point. And his framework that he shows here is actually pretty smart. He calls it the catch structure, starting with congratulating them, then acknowledging their struggle, and tells me about you, credibility boost, and hook to the next email. And starting with congratulating, that's pretty easy. Like thanks, like congrats on actually taking action and downloading the freebie. But then and then you give them the link, but then you acknowledge their struggle, and that's where I have gone wrong. Like I say, okay, hey, thank you so much for downloading this. Here's the link, and then something like, yeah, if you want to know more, let's like I will send you some more mails in the next few days. Just keep an eye on it, right? And that's it. That's not enough, right? That's what I realize now. If I see his example, what I have done is not enough. So I need to improve this. And this book is so practical because when I was reading through this book, I was actually starting to implement this. I was really, I can't really show this, but I was changing my welcome mail. After downloading that freebie, I want people to actually, know that they can like trust me and that they can follow me along and that the next emails will be as interesting as the one that I have just sent them to. So congratulate them, acknowledge their struggle. And here, what he mentions is that you actually have to talk about the pain points. Because if you agitate the pain, right, then people will catch on with that, because it will show that you know what you're talking about. It will show that you know what they're going through. And the thing is as well, the freebie needs to connect with that. So and this is also a thing that I just recently really that it clicked in my head. Like your freebie needs to be something that people actually can use, that they can get a quick win, and that is perfectly connected to your offer. Meaning that the messaging that you will use in your email is more or less the same as you would use if you want to sell your offer to somebody. So if within that first email you talk about those struggles that they experience, that for a part the freebie will solve, but then also how it will relate to what you do is very powerful without actually just selling them, right? It's all about making sure that they feel understood, that they feel that you understand them. Tells me about you. So here, uh, let's see what he says here because I wasn't going that far. Yeah, here, this section of your email is you telling your readers that downloading your freebie is an important first step because it shows that they are on the path of success, right? This is what I was talking about, is the first step towards your offer, right? Then you have the credibility boost. By a sentence or two that boosts your credibility. So something about your experience, um, something about your own business. Maybe I'm not sure if he talks about testimonials, but that could be a thing as well. And then hook to the next email. So the last section tells them something about the next email and gets them excited. And then here, and this is also important, the next email will be the first email of your nurture sequence. And we talked about this already in one of the trainings. Nurture sequences is a great way to automate frequent emails that lead towards an offer. But if they, even from the first moment, if they don't even want to read the next email, then we have a problem, right? So we have to make sure that the first email catches their attention and gets them towards opening more and more and more emails that we're sending. The more that they open, the better, right? So, and here he has an example of the catch email. And if I see this, and maybe you too, but if I see this, I wouldn't have imagined that it had to be that long, because this is almost 2 pages of an email. This is a big email. And you might think like, but this is too long, people will not read it. But that's where also copywriting comes in play, because you have to write this in a way that people want to keep reading. So it has to make sense in their mind that they can go line by line by line. So it's easy to read, it's easy to go through, right? So that's a catch email. That's his concept of creating that first welcome mail. Now, in his book, he goes then deeper into the nurture sequences. Um, then he talks about engaging with weekly emails, which I'm going to talk about as well on Monday, to integrate storytelling into your weekly emails, because this is also a very important piece right there. And then he also goes into how to do a sales sequence. So this is a really, really valuable book. I mean, there are a lot of books out there about email marketing, but the thing that I liked the most about this was the way that he approaches it, the way that he steers away from the conventional way of doing things and connecting the stories with the not so common things, and just putting his own voice in there, making it not boring, basically. And that's what I like about it, because that's what I like to do as well. I also like to add some stories into my mails, but then I'm also thinking like, okay, but if I do this, then it doesn't really get me anywhere. It doesn't get me any sales. But that's the whole point. It doesn't need to get you sales. It needs to get people to know, like, trust you. So when you do send them something towards an offer, that they will actually take action. That's what it's about. And that's the part that a lot of people are missing out on, right? Yeah, you can spam a lot of things to a lot of people, and maybe a little percentage will take action. But if you take the effort to actually show people who you are and get them involved into your story, the percentages will be much higher, right? It takes some time, 100%. But this is one of the things as well that we as business owners really need to understand. Overnight success doesn't exist. There is no magic bullet. There is nothing magical about this. It's just plain work. Testing, getting the feedback, testing, iterating, improving time and time and time again, until we see something that works and we stick to the thing that works, and we improve on that and we double down on that. The same way as with email marketing. So, yeah, if I can give you any advice about this book, buy it, go through it, apply these principles. They will help you out so much. I'm going to apply it 100%. You will see some of the mails that I'm going to be sending out using the skills that I have learned along the way with copywriting, with storytelling, all together, to make sure that it is something that people want to read, basically. There is one person, and I will end with this story. There is one person that I have subscribed to his email list, and every time that I see his mail, his name popping up in my mailbox, I will read that mail. Because not just because I want to buy from him, maybe eventually I will, but I just want to know what's happening in his life. I want to see how he's writing his emails. I want to see his stories. I just want to be connected with that person every single time. And if I haven't heard from him for a while and he sends out a mail again, I'm going to open it 100%, because the mail will talk about something that has happened in his life, why he disappeared, for example, and what is next in his life. And that is such a powerful thing. If you can get that with your subscribers, then you have fans. then you have more than just subscribers. And that's the point where if you put in some extra work into the strategy of connecting that with your offer, you will be able to sell more easy. That I truly believe. I truly believe. Anyway, I'm going to keep writing my mail here, which you will see soon as well if you're on my mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list, go to Tightnology.world. Go to wait a second. Do I have something here? Tightnology.world. Yeah, here we go. Go here. Go here, right? And sign up. Sign up for the newsletter. Send me an email. Send me a DM if you want to be on it. I'm more than happy to share more of the things. Next week, don't forget, next week, a lot of events. On Monday, the free training, the free live training in this Facebook group or on this YouTube channel or on my LinkedIn profile, you will get it there. It's about creating story emails. So, how do you create an email that contains a personal story of yours that is not boring and that connects to your offer? That is on Monday. On Tuesday, podcast with an awesome person, Cody, and you will get to know everything about Cody on Tuesday in our podcast. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a workshop. And together with you, if you sign up for that, I will create an email sequence in 1 hour. I want to create an email sequence based on a lead magnet together with you in 1 hour, just to prove that it doesn't have to require days and days and hours and hours and hours to do email marketing. That's going to be happening on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to do a live stream where I'm going to announce our new offer for Tightnology. And then on Friday, we're going to do book club again. And a book club then will be about the next book, and it's about storytelling. It's a hugely important piece of the puzzle, storytelling. So we're going to talk about that on Friday. Anyway, that's about it. We're going to post a schedule of everything that's happening soon as well. So keep an eye out of that. If you have any questions or any comments, any feedback about this, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if we can improve this. And if you have any book that you want to discuss as well, let me know as well so we can put it in the show. For now, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a great weekend. Keep driving, Titans, and we will see each other very soon. Bye-bye.